Hey everybody, it's Nitro back at you with another uh, review of Canadian cigarettes post plain packaging law coming to you from Nova Scotia, Canada. It's July 20th today. Uh, and this is more like a rant and a information post, as well as, well, money's pretty tight right now and payday's coming soon, but I did manage to pick myself up a pack of Macdonald's Original, which is really all they had at my local grocer. As I've said before, I complained about the lack of, yeah, it's pretty much the cheapest you can get this in L&D. L&D are definitely the cheapest. And this is a 20 pack, and this is actually my first 20 pack. I've never bought one. The reason I never did was because, well, I kind of think they're kind of a rip-off, but I was down to like loonies and toonies, so, well, at least it got me a pack of cigarettes, because, yeah, my buddy seems to be very efficient at smoking my cigarettes and not paying me back. And when if he does, he always gives me next original, king size, which is his favorite, but he won't change it. Anyway, so this is the receipt at my local grocer. See, when she went to ring it in, uh, she, I said, "Oh, they're only $14.22," and I said, "Wow, that's amazing. That's great for a 20 pack." No, but see, I forgot that they add the rest of it at the end. So there's just, let's think of it as another $3 or $4 tacked on, $3, yeah, in tax. Because what she says it is on the screen and what it shows up on the screen at the end, two different things. So yeah, cool. Um, and this is just receipt. That's what the number sevens cost at a gas station, $21. So probably shouldn't have showed you that. That was my checking account. Whatever. You can try to steal or take my identity. See what happens. Not a lot. Not a lot of money going on right now. So yeah. See, good old regular size. Just yeah, the brown filters. Thank God. I asked for McDonald's original, or sorry, McDonald's Smooth. They did not have McDonald's Smooth. I really am tracking down McDonald's Smooth because they're McDonald's Original, Rich, and Smooth. Smooth is a weird cigarette, and I remember having it a while back, but yeah. Like I would have to say, if I would compare that to smell to the number sevens, the number sevens smell quite deal more pleasant, you know. Um, Again, I may be switching over brands. This is my supposed go-to, and I know a lot of people around here. If they don't smoke, usually it's these McDonald's Special. It's usually Aboriginal cigarettes, the discount ones with the blue around it. Uh, and like I said, I am looking to get a little roller, pouch tobacco, and tubes, and give that a go because it's interesting to revisit that because I used to roll for years. But here's an update on cigarette packaging. I just found out on plain packaging laws on our website as of November 9th, 2021. All manufacturers and sales and distribution of cigarettes are to be in a slide and shell package format. Now, I don't know if this really affects my province. I don't know if it's talking about this slide impact like package, or you can see this Nova Scotia duty paid, or if it's uh, the rectangular packs. They don't want them anymore. Because I know I talked to a buddy from Quebec, and he said all of his cigarettes there are in the rectangular slide out package. And on the website, they show the picture, but they don't really get specific. And all they said is cigarettes are in a slide and shell packaging format. Slide and shell. I wonder if that means like the players, where you push the thing and it comes out. Because players is the only one that has that packaging. And I don't know if that would be when retailers have 3 months afterwards to until February 2022 to get the brand like the same way. All are going to be the same regardless of variant or brand. It states, and there's no exceptions, and it says taste and quality will not be affected, so on and so forth. So, yeah. But I will have to say, kind of missing the number sevens. I could have got them. They're, well, let's say them in a 20 pack, because I'm kind of broke. But till I get next pay, but yeah. Good old McDonald's. I don't know. I think they changed them. So, it's my personal opinion. But, and one thing I wanted to just bring up about John Player's Red Plus, uh, Peter Jackson, and stuff like this, and Marlboro. There's people posted comments on some of my videos saying that John Player's Red Plus is Peter Jackson's. That's just simply not. I did some research, and I could be wrong. I really could be wrong, but they still sell Peter Jackson's. So when I get the number sevens, if you remember my video I posted about the number sevens, they actually that day, that night when I was there at the gas station, I bought the number sevens, and I asked them, to check for several different brands, most of which they didn't have, like Benson and Hedges. I wonder if they had Rothmans. They have Rothmans, the original special and the specials, same cost. One is brown, one is white filter. Brown is shit cigarette. The white filter is quite pleasant. It's closest you probably can get to a Benson and Hedges, I believe, because it's a mix of European tobacco and Canadian tobacco, so it is a unique flavor. He did have Peter Jackson's, and they weren't all that expensive. They were about $22, about $1 over what the number sevens were. Peter Jackson has a filter. What makes them stand out on their own is they have a filter exactly the same as Belmont's. Belmont's have a charcoal, activated cut charcoal filter with like black charcoal through the cotton, which you do not want to cut or get in your mouth because it's gross. And yeah, I'm not sure, but I even walked up other videos saying that the John Player's Red Plus is Peter Jackson or is a Marlboro, possibly. But Marlboro's, I do believe, used to be for sale, but then they had the packaging, the name dispute with in Canada. So they called them rooftops for a while, I do believe. Uh, Simple way to find it out would be just to call and ask if they have Marlboros anywhere. I thought you could just buy Marlboros, just like a Camel or a Winston, which you can in Canada. It just says Marlboro, Winston, and they're packs of 20s of American tobacco. No different than they have been for 20 some years. But as far as that goes, yeah, Peter Jacksons are still available here. Players Red, John Players Red Plus, whatever that used to be, is all deeply seated in Players, which Players has like 3 different lines of cigarettes and 3 different variants. Like there's several of each kind. So, because there's Players, then there's John Players. There's Players Smooth, Players Bold, and Players. And then there's John Players. There's Players and John Players. 2 different types of cigarettes. The Players are like $2 more. They're trying to say that this is what they were before the plain packaging, which would be the premium Players. If anybody knows about anything about Canada or Nova Scotia in particular, but Players Light used to be the standard smoke. 90% of the people I know either smoke that or export, usually blue or green. And that was a very famous brand. And of course, when the economy brands hit, nobody really wanted to pay that players like, not only did they not pay, but as far as I know, players get away with their premium brand or got jumbled up or missed in the mix, because around that time is when I quit. And when I came back in to smoking, economy brands were the thing, like number sevens, Next, uh, yeah, things like that. And of course, John Players was the knockoff, the cheap knockoff. Like L&Ds, which are still very popular now, which are the cheapest cigarette you can buy currently, around here anyway, by probably $1 or $2 for a lot. And they're a decent cigarette, because when I came back into smoking cigarettes, when I was in college, I settled on the L&Ds for a long time. L&Ds Red, uh, and I thought they were a good cigarette, just a good cigarette and very cheap. So for their quality, and I also enjoyed Pall Malls, and also like John Player's Blue with the slide out pack. Most people didn't like the Players at all, either economy brand or period, but people always question how can you smoke the blues, the John Player's Blues, but whatever. Like I said, there's John Players and Players. I've had Players. It just says Players on it. Slide out pack, and they're shit. They're a shit cigarette. They're very hard to get your head around because the tobacco smells and tastes not all that great. Uh, for what I could tell you about Pall Malls, wow, that's a shitty cigarette. Probably not as shitty as Philip Morrison Special. That's or Next Extra. Those are Next Extra and Philip Morrison are probably the two worst cigarettes I've tried. And yeah, not be confused with Next Original. Next Original is okay, but those that their quality is starting to go downhill too. So it's interesting to see what will happen to all the brands and all the packaging, and maybe they'll start phasing out different variants and stuff like that and make it a little bit simpler. But as it stands, Peter Jackson is there, and I will pick up a pack of Peter Jacksons. We'll go back to that place or call ahead, because I wanted to know too is on Gord's website, Canadian Smoke Shop there in Alberta, they do say Belmont Select. They have a variant, but at the gas station they had Belmonts. Most places have Belmonts, most gas stations, but they're not all that expensive either. They're usually about $21. No more expensive than any economy brand. I forget the price I was quoted on the Peter Jacksons, but I'm going to get a hold of those. But yeah, it's funny because as I was standing there getting my cigarettes and stuff, and just a bottle of pop, other people in the lineups also, but he was asking the same thing and totally befuddled along with the cashier. But it's good to get a cashier that really has patience and will take. She took about 4 packs over to her register and rang them in for me to see what they were. So, it good can't beat great quality customer service. I do appreciate that. As far as my McDonald's original, eh, they're good. Uh, it was the end of the night, and I really didn't have time to get her to check everything. But they really don't have a lot there, and everything's a little bit more expensive. I know I have one left of which would be the next original, but I just smoked a cigarette. I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get set up for rollies, and I will get a Peter Jackson's. So, but I also just wanted to tell you folks about upcoming changes to the cigarettes, and just ramble on about just about the John Players Red, what I know about that, and the Marlboro Rooftop Canadian thing that I'm not 100% on. So, yeah, post it in my comments there, or likes. Give me, if you like this video, give me a like, or whatnot, or not. I'm not, yeah, not gonna keep saying what other YouTubers say and do that because uh, if you like what you see, give me the old thumbs up and give me a comment. Always appreciate it. So, this is Nitro signing out. Be safe, everybody. And yeah, hopefully the new restrictions on COVID will be lifted in some places. I know a rule has changed in my personal, the place where I frequent to get my cigarettes and groceries. They actually stopped having people stand in the the frozen food aisle and wait to be called. And now we're allowed having actual lineups at the registers instead of having lineups at the other end of the store and have one at a time. So it's a good change. Still masks. There's still really no vaccinations around here. I think you can get them, but there's no like big push. I don't know. Maybe a handful of people that actually got their vaccinations. So yeah, that's giving you the down low of what has been transpiring here. I find it's all very interesting. And let me know. Thanks, dude. Have a good day.